Everybody's seeing a person along the side of the street or near an intersection where Highway 380 runs through Cedar Rapids from time to time.
Now the City Council, along with the help of some other parts of city government, is starting to address those panhandlers around the city. Fox 28 News reporter Kevin Barry is live in one of those spots where we often see them. Kevin.
Scott and Tiffany, the city wanted to see what it could potentially do to limit something like panhandling on a corner just like this one all around Cedar Rapids, while still regulating that panhandling while balancing First Amendment rights and free speech with still keeping everybody safe. Seeing people asking for money or food might stick with you as you pass by, but the Buelow Emergency Center says there actually aren't that many of them.
My experience is that that is a very small population in our community.
But that doesn't mean they don't cause what could be huge problems. The police department says someone standing on the side of the road is distracting. If a driver decides to give him a few dollars, it could back up traffic and easily cause an accident. So the city asked the police what they would want to see in a panhandling ordinance.
What was proposed under the Aggressive Solicitation Ordinance was that this would not be allowed near controlled intersections.
That would move panhandlers away from intersections like this one. It would also let police take action if they're too close to where people eat out or near ATMs, anywhere that someone could feel threatened when asked for money. But Susie Wynock says it went a little too far.
The reaction was almost overwhelmingly that this was too broad of a brush.
She says she would be in favor of limiting hours instead of just banning locations all the time. The council voted to send it back to the Public Safety and Youth Services Committee, where the language will be tweaked based on the city council's feedback. But Buelow says it's good to have the discussion and work towards figuring out a way to help officers step in.
Knowing these police officers, if somebody needs the help, that's what they do every day. They're in the business of getting people connected to appropriate resources to try to help them.
And the police department says they get more calls every year by concerned drivers who are worried about the safety and well-being of some of those panhandlers. As for changing the language in the ordinance, Susie says she's already been looking at some other cities, seeing what they do with panhandler ordinances to start as a compromise for what might happen here in Cedar Rapids. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Kevin Barry.